Vancouver offers a number of great reasons that make it one of the best cities in the entire world to live in, such as our beautiful nature, diversity of culture, wonderful climate, and more. But it is definitely not a city for everyone.
In this video, I'm going to share with you some of the things I wish I knew before moving to Vancouver. The number one thing you should absolutely know is the cost of living. Like I mentioned previously, there are many things Vancouver offers that make it such a great place to live in, but it certainly comes at a price, and it's not cheap. Vancouver often ranks as the most expensive Canadian city, neck and neck with Canada's biggest city, Toronto. Real estate prices are likely going to be your highest monthly expense. This includes either owning or renting your home. Vancouver is notorious for not only having the most expensive real estate in all of Canada, but also one of the most costly in the world, making it out of reach for many young people. Not only that, our general everyday expenses such as gas, insurance, groceries are among the highest in all of North America, in line with other much bigger cities like Seattle, Toronto, San Francisco, and more. I've dedicated an entire video on the cost of living in Vancouver, so check that video out right here, also linked down in the descriptions. The second thing I wish I knew before moving to Vancouver is that it rains a lot here, like very often. Vancouver is commonly referred to as Raincouver for the fact that it rains nearly half of the year, mostly concentrated during fall and winter months. There are weeks during November to February where it feels like it rains every single day. Maybe it's not pouring down rain all day long, but it really feels like we at least get a drizzle at some point of the day. For those that already live in Vancouver, you know what I'm talking about. It can be raining 1 minute and the next minute the sun is peeking out and it repeats multiple times in a single day, and we're not even surprised. As a 15-year-long Vancouver resident, I've grown to love the rain and I welcome it with open arms, but I know plenty of people that never got used to it, and for some, it was enough for them to make them leave the city entirely because of the rain and gloom. However, the summers are fantastic. Even though we still get rain occasionally, the sun is out for the majority of June to September with one of the best climates in North America, allowing you to enjoy all the outdoor activities British Columbia has to offer. The third thing I wish I knew before moving to Vancouver is the transit system, which is actually pretty good. I've used SkyTrains for years and years now, even though I own a car, simply for the fact that many times using a SkyTrain can be simpler, faster, and cost-efficient, especially when I'm traveling to a busier place like commuting downtown during rush hour or for concerts, or some similar occasions like that. The SkyTrain stations are fairly easy to get to from the majority of Metro Vancouver, usually within a bus ride or two away. We have a very efficient bus system as well, located even in cities where SkyTrains don't run through, such as North and West Vancouver, Whistler, Langley, White Rock, and Maple Ridge, to name a few. In Metro Vancouver, we have SkyTrains that run through all the way from downtown Vancouver to Coquitlam, Richmond, Surrey, and in the near future, Langley. In rare occasions in the winter snowy days, buses can break down, but it's usually manageable, so you might want to give yourself extra time to get ready.
If you're on a budget, you'll probably be okay with relying on the transit system alone, as Vancouver is home to one of the most expensive gas and insurance prices in all of North America. Not to mention the horrible traffic jams we can get during rush hour.
I personally own a car for work, and I spend about $250 a month on insurance with 7 years of clean driving record, and every fill up at the pump costs me on average $100 at just under $2 per liter. For number 4, I'm going to speak on the diversity of culture that we have in our city. Vancouver is home to many immigrants such as myself from all different backgrounds. I've noticed even more newcomers to Vancouver in the last couple of years, and we're only expecting more in the upcoming years. This diversity of culture allows you to enjoy different foods, events, and customs that you otherwise wouldn't have known about or experienced. My favorite way of experiencing these cultures is to enjoy the various authentic cuisines. I get to learn a ton about different cultures just by their foods, from how they cook the foods that they do, why certain ingredients are used, how they treat their guests, and more. I think that having an open mind to embracing and learning about these cultures is so important because Vancouver is a diverse place, whether you like it or not. For number 5, there are so many different neighborhoods in Metro Vancouver that have their own unique pros and cons, so it is important for you to choose a neighborhood that suits you best. If you're brand new to Vancouver, there is a chance that you may move into an area that doesn't align with your lifestyle and goals, and you end up thinking the entire city of Vancouver is not a fit for you. You can avoid this huge headache by learning a bit about what different neighborhoods have to offer, which is why I've made a couple of videos on the pros and cons of different neighborhoods linked in the description, so I highly recommend you to watch those. As an example, if you're all about the hustle and bustle and are looking to enjoy the nightlife, bars, and restaurants close by, then a place like White Rock or Clarny probably isn't your first choice. Similarly, if you're looking for a quiet, family-friendly neighborhood with plenty of parks, lakes, and schools nearby, you probably want to avoid downtown on Granville or Robson Street. Ultimately, I would suggest taking your time and looking at all the different areas that Vancouver has to offer. And I'm sure you'll be able to find something that works for you and your lifestyle. So, what did you think? Are you still looking to move to Vancouver? My name is Wanbei. I'm a Metro Vancouver realtor that helps clients buy and sell in our beautiful city. So if you're considering a move, book a Zoom call with me using the link in the description below. Subscribe to see more videos all about living in Vancouver, and I'll catch you in the next one.